You want to know something about the Shooting of Dan McGrew?
A bunch of the boys were whooping it up in the Malamute saloon. The kid that was handling the music box was hitting a jag-time tune. Back of the bar in a solo game sat dangerous Dan McGrew. While watching his luck was his late old love, yon lady that's known as Lou. Went in from the night which was 60 below, and into the din and the glare there stumbled a miner, fresh from the creeks, dog dirty and loaded for bear. He looked like a man with a foot in the grave, scarcely the strength of a louse. Yet he tilted a poke of dust on the bar, and he called for drinks on the house. And none could place that stranger's face, but we all searched ourselves for a clue, and we drank to his health. The last to drink was dangerous Dan McGrew. Now there's some men who just grip your eyes. They hold 'em hard like a spell, and such was he, though he looked to me like a man who had lived in hell, with a face most hair and a sullen stare of a dog whose day is done, as he watered the green stuff in his glass, and the drops fell one by one. I got to wondering who he was. I got to figuring what he'd do. When I turned my head, and there watching him was yon lady that's known as Lou. Well, his eyes went rubbering round the joint. He looked in a kind of daze, till at last that old piano fell, the way of his wandering gaze. The ragtime kid was having a drink. There was no one else on the stool. So the stranger, he stumbled across the room, and he flopped down there like a fool. In a buckskin shirt that was glazed with dirt, he sat and I saw him sway, and he clenched those keys with his taloned hands. My God, how that man could play. Have you ever been in the great alone? When the moon was awfully clear, the icy mountains hem you in with the silence you most could hear, with only the howl of a timber wolf as you lay there in the cold, a half-dead thing in a stark-dead world, clean mad for the buck-called gold, while high overhead, green, yellow, and red, the north lights swept in bars. Well, you've a hunch what that music meant. Hunger, night, and stars. And hunger not of a belly kind, that's banished with bacon and beans, but the gnawing hunger of lonely man in a home and all that it means. For a fireside, far from the cares that are, for walls and a roof above, and oh so jam full of cozy joy, and crowned with a woman's love. A woman, dearer than all the world, and truer than heaven is true. God, how ghastly she looks through her rouge, yon lady that's known as Lou. Then the music changed. So soft, you scarce could hear, as if your life had been looted clean of all that it once held dear. Someone had stolen the woman you love, that her love was the devil's lie. Your guts were gone, and the best for you was to crawl away and die. It's a crowning cry of a heart's despair. It thrilled me through and through. I guess I'll make it. A spread misere, said Dangerous Dan McGrew. Then the music had almost faded away. Then it burst like a pent-up flood. It seemed to say, repay, repay. In his eyes, they were blind with blood. Took it back to an ancient wrong. Stung like a frozen lash. And then it said, to kill! To kill! The music stopped with a crash. The stranger turned. His eyes, they burned in a most peculiar way. And in a buckskin shirt that was glazed with dirt, he sat, and I saw him sway, and his lips went into a kind of grin. He spoke, and his voice was calm. And boy, says he, you don't know me, and none of you give a damn. But I want to state, and my words, they're straight, and I bet my poke they're true, that one of you is a hound of hell, and that one be Dan McGrew. I ducked my head. The lights went out. 2 guns blazed in the dark, and a woman screamed. The lights came up, and 2 men lay stiff and stark. Pitched on his head and pumped full of lead was Dangerous Dan McGrew, while the man from the creek lay clenched to the breast of yon lady that's known as Lou. Well, these are the simple facts of the case. I guess I ought to know. Some say that stranger was crazed with hooch. I'm not denying it so. And I'm not as wise as them lawyer guys, but just between us two, the woman that kissed him and pinched his poke was the young lady that's known as Lou. Good night.
I leave it to other people to imagine and hope that they will be able to understand and assume more in it than is actually spoken.